Say hello. You say hi. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's me, Giovanni. And as you can see, I have a special guest today. This is my son. His name is Carson. Um, really? Okay. And he is 18 months. And if you can tell by the title, this is going to be my pregnancy video. Even though it's a little late, I haven't done a video in a while. I've recorded some but never uploaded them. Okay, you guys. Starting off, I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was almost 4 weeks. I mean, not 4 weeks, 4 months, almost 4 months. I have kept everything and that sort, and I'm intending to make a scrapbook. I received one for my baby shower. I just never put the things in. So this is my first ultrasound. Um, this is when I found out I was pregnant on March the 11th, 2011, and I was 11 weeks and 5 days, so almost 4 months. Well, yeah, almost 4 months. These are the pictures, as you can see. And a funny story about how I found out I was pregnant. I never really had any symptoms at all. I had a fairly easy pregnancy. A lot of people said they were jealous because I had no symptoms. I had no cravings. I was always on the go doing stuff. I moved twice while I was pregnant. Wait, did I move twice? No, I moved once while I was pregnant, and I did everything. Like when I say everything, I packed, I moved heavy, I lifted heavy furniture. I did it all because who else was going to do it? I had people saying they were going to come, and I don't like to wait, so I did it myself. I just couldn't wait around for people to do it. So I really didn't have anything. I know they say you're not supposed to lift heavy things or you're not supposed to do certain things, but I did it all. Um, fairly easy pregnancy. I found out I was pregnant because it was time for my annual physical. No, females get those. And I wanted to talk to my doctor because I was having back pains. And for me, that wasn't unusual because when I played sports in high school, it was during a basketball game that I was dropped on my back. And it kind of messed with my lower back a little. Like I would have pains every now and then, no matter what I did or exercise or whatever. It just kind of stiffened up, or sometimes it would hurt. So it wasn't anything unusual for me. So I, get into the OBGYN, and they always draw blood to make sure everything's okay. And for me, um, I was always borderline anemic. So it was normal for me to have to draw blood, and the drew blood, and I went back and waited like always, and then the doctor called me back, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was on my phone texting and everything. So he was like, do you want to see something, like I was like, sure, what are you gonna show me? And um they do whatever, make sure you're breathing okay, listen to your heartbeat. And he put what you call the gel on my stomach, and he was like, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was like, oh, what the heck is he doing? But I'm so busy in my conversation that I wasn't really paying attention. And he was like, look, and he's pointing at the screen. He's like, look, look. And I was like, what is that? And he was like, that's a baby. And I was like, yeah, I know, but whose baby? Because it ain't mine. And he was like, it is yours. I'm like, no, did you think that on the screen from another patient? Because that ain't my baby. And he was like, it's your baby. And I'm sitting here like, okay, yeah, like kind of in shock. I didn't know what to say. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And he asked me, did I want an ultrasound picture? And I was like, sure. I kind of left the doctor's office. I drove to my sister's. I remember driving to my sister's house um, because I had spent night the previous night and with my nieces and nephews and everything. And our friend was there, and she went to our church, and I got in. I don't even remember how I got there. I remember driving, but it was all kind of like a blur. You know how you're in shock or you just don't remember getting there. I don't remember getting there. I don't remember driving. And I sat down at the kitchen table. They were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I don't know. And I just handed over the ultrasound. And my sister was kind of upset. Well, she wasn't upset. It was kind of like more, I don't know, I guess you could say upset, like kind of disappointed because I was in school. I was working everything, working, just bettering myself. And she's a single mother of 4 children, so she was kind of like, no, like, you see what I go through, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah. And to be honest with y'all, I wasn't gonna keep him. Like, I told them I'm not keeping him. No, whatever. I got too much I gotta do. I gotta do. I was just naming off stuff. I got school. After school, I planned on getting my master's. I got a job. I got stuff I gotta do, and a baby's not part of my life. Part of my plan at the moment. And they tried talking me out of it. And our friend was like, well, just take some time, think about it, think about it. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll think about it, just shut him up, okay, whatever. But in my mind, I was going to go up the road to Atlanta and get an abortion because I didn't want him. But now I can't imagine my life without my son. He's like, oh my God, amazing. He is such a blessing. And even though he gets on my nerves sometimes, wouldn't trade him for the world. So that's how I found out. Almost 4 months, and then I kept. Well, I only got like a couple of ultrasounds since I found out so late. This is my ultrasound like a couple days later. Um, on April the 11th. I showed y'all the wrong ones. This is April the 11th. I showed you guys. No, I showed you the right ones. This is April 14th. You can see, and this is where we listened to his heartbeat and everything, just to make sure everything was okay. And everything was. I gained maybe 10 to between 10 and 13 pounds throughout my pregnancy, no more than 13. I was very blessed. I ate what I wanted to. I did whatever I wanted. I wasn't really tired. It was like, you couldn't even really tell I was pregnant. I really, really didn't start showing until 8 months, 7, 8 months. 7 months you could see kind of like, okay, kind of look like, okay, she's just, put on a little weight, she's fat. Then around 8 months, it kind of rounding out and, whatever. I'll enter some pictures somewhere so you guys can see. But that was it. Like, it was so freaking easy. It was unbelievable. And that's why I don't want any more or scared to have any more because I didn't have anything. That pregnancy spoiled me. He spoiled me. He was a good child. He didn't cry or anything. And he slept through the night pretty much. He started really sleeping through the night pretty much at 4. Ever since he was born, he just woke up to eat. He slept through diaper changes and everything. So he was a good baby. I really didn't have no complaints, whatever. And this right here is my ultrasound from a couple months later. I think this is where we found out he was a boy. I can't remember. But I do remember this is where he was stubborn. I think this is where we found out he was a boy. He didn't want to open his legs. Is this the picture? Yeah, as you can see, like in these last right here, he didn't want to open his legs. He kept flipping around like he was trying to avoid the ultrasound. He like, I'm not finna, you're not finna mess with me. I'm cool, calm, and collected. I don't want to do it. My due date was originally October the 25th of 2011. And I remember I had a surprise baby shower on October 15th, and I'll never forget this day. They had it, and my pastor prayed. She touched my stomach or whatever, blah blah blah, because I had been having some back pains, and I really didn't think too much of it at night because it was like, okay, just a little bit of pressure, nothing serious. It went on for like 2 nights. Well, no, the first night, the 14th, I had it that night, and then the 15th, it was kind of like, oh my God, like I could feel the pressure, like I could feel it more in the lower area, like, oh my God, and my back was tight. Wasn't really in the mood. I'll probably post some inserts and pictures somewhere in between so you can see. Wasn't really in the mood for a baby shower or just being I wasn't. I was kind of in pain. Not really. I just had a whole bunch of pressure, which it's not easy to walk. And if you're a mom, it's like, oh my God, like it just hurt. But I ended up leaving the baby shower after it was over. I was staying with my uncle, I think. Yeah, because some things had happened, and I stayed with my uncle, and he had steps. It was steps to get into his house, and then in the room I was staying, it was steeper steps. So it was like almost straight up. And I remember, actually, I went to my cousin's house, and I was like, oh my God, I'm just tired. She's like, you need to go to the hospital to get checked out. I'm like, no, I don't need to go to the hospital. I'm just going to go home and lay down. So that's what I did. I drove to my uncle's house, and I walked up the steps, and I laid down. I was not in the mood. I just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. And then my cousin starts banging. It was my cousin and my sister. My cousin is like my sister too, so both of them, like, we're first or second cousins, and she's like my sister. So them two, they came banging on the door and was like, "You're going to the hospital?" I'm like, "I'm not going to the hospital." My auntie was like, "Yes, you are. You're not having a baby in my house." I'm like, "I'm not having a baby. I'm just tired. Can you leave me alone? I'm tired." And it was like, no, you need to go to the hospital. So they packed my bags, and I got drugged to the hospital. And by the time I got to the hospital, by the time they checked me in and checked to make sure everything was okay, I was already 5 to 6 centimeters dilated. So very, very easy. I got an epidural, which completely numbed everything. Like, I felt nothing. I was in heaven. The only thing that it did was, like, and I think this is normal, it took immediately, but I couldn't feel anything from my waist down. That's what it's supposed to do. But the next morning, I had to get help to go to the bathroom. Like, I couldn't stand up or nothing of that sort. It was just like, oh my God. It was an easy birth. It took maybe 2-3 hours, and he was here. And it wasn't really because of that. It was just because they let me get some sleep first. So yeah, they let me get sleep first. So that's the only reason it took that long. I took a nap, and when I woke up, it's like, okay, it's time to push. And I wasn't shy. I'm a really shy person, but there was like a lot of people in my living room. There were 3 of my cousins, my sister, my son's dad, his first cousin, and my pastor. and one of my cousins had her daughter that would sleep on the sofa. So it's like 7 people in my delivery room, not including the doctor and the nurse. And I mean, like, I didn't feel anything. I didn't care. I was on the moon. Like, I felt high. I felt good. And it was just like, whatever. I don't care who was in there. I don't even think nobody left because it's like, do you want all these people in here? We're not really supposed to do it. But I was like, I don't care, whatever. The doctor was cool. Unfortunately, he wasn't my doctor. My OBGYN he had left for vacation. He told me last time I saw him, he's like, don't have the baby until I get back, which was supposed to be the 25th, but Carson had a mind of his own, and he was really upset when we went back because he's like, oh my god, I missed delivery. You're my favorite patient, whatever. So that was it, and pretty easy birth. And I'll do a video. I'll insert some pictures of him throughout, the time until 18 months. I just can't imagine life without my son. It's beautiful. I love that guy to death. He's a really smart baby. Really, really smart. Very active. He gets into everything. And he just doesn't care. Like, he doesn't meet a stranger. He'll walk up to anybody, say hi, talk to him, anything. Everybody loves him. And I'm just so thankful for the people that are in my life that help me out with him, even though I'm technically a single mom because me and his dad aren't married or not together. We're not together, but his dad is very much a part of his life. And he also brings his other siblings around. So yeah, that's the end of that. I'll probably insert some pictures. I'm going to insert some pictures so you guys can see. If you have ideas of anything else that you want to hear, I'll probably be doing like a diary of the single mom type thing. If you would like to see that, let me know. I'll probably do like a little series or something. Just, going through, or even the good, the bad, whatever. I come on here and just let it go because, whatever. So stay tuned for the pictures, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.